lot of video people.
And so I'm going to look like pretty much Max Headroom,
Yeah.
right?
Pretty much. Okay.
Hey, hi folks! It's us. I'm at the building right now. I'm in the basement right now where it's all happening. You know, everything. The aliens are around. We're basically putting it. We got stacks and stacks of food over here. It's all basically industrial. You know, we can survive here for another 3, maybe 4 years.
We got our tinfoil hats in the next room.
Tinfoil hats in the next room. We are okay. You know, we're gonna be all right here, folks. But this is gonna be a great show tonight. We got some great guests. We got one great guest. But on the other side, everybody else is the usual guys here. Poetry, and we have poetry every week. But it's the off night, folks. This is what's happening the off night. I thought I'd bring my time tunnel because this is gonna be a time tunnel sort of a night. So once again, please welcome. I usually say it off the screen, but please welcome your host, your MC, Mark Sweetman.
Thank you. And Andy, you see how much? See, now you get the name of the show right up top there on the screen. So now you don't forget the name of the show. That's
no, it's got cue cards. I actually got built-in cue cards. This is great.
All right. Kind of nice when you're in studio. All right.
Yeah.
All right. You can just hit that silence button. Thank you, Susan, assisting me here. All right. So how was your week?
Oh, the week has been good. The week has been really good. It's been a little stressful. We're getting ready for I might actually be going up and doing a tour in Canada. They actually have the Schitt's Creek tour.
Oh, how about
I was kind of spell it backwards there, but Schitt's Creek.
No, it comes out the other way.
Oh, okay, great. Well,
on camera it comes out right.
All right. Well, that's good. So we have Schitt's Creek. They actually have kind of a little tour up there in Toronto that'll take you to the actual motel. Now, if you've never seen the show, I'm not going to explain it to you. You got to watch it. I think it's still on Netflix, but it's very well done. One of the best comedies ever written.
Yes.
That's one of my possibilities going to be doing. I was going to possibly do a play. I got rejected, but I think I got rejected because being very honest. When they asked me if I had anybody to help, I said no. It's like there's
no. This would have been another directing job.
There's been another directing job. It's being like working for just doing like you can't take it with you. And I basically said I was being realistic. I did not have a crew that knew how to put together a set. Or knew to put together a state. I have people that I can work with as an actor.
I'm beginning to figure out why you didn't make it in Hollywood, because there you would say,
of course, you
always say yes, and then you figure out how to do it.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
Now there, okay, all right. Sorry, I can. So just bluff the way it goes through. Bullshitting. Yes. On the other hand, I have another project with the lady from Qatar.
You are busy.
Who is actually, we're working with another lady, very good. We're getting the script written of her, transferring her book to a script play.
Great idea.
And she is, we're working, got some great people. I'm more a producer because essentially it made sense to have a woman dramaturge working on the book to turn into a play.
Okay.
Rather than my, male viewpoint.
Got it. Well, that makes sense. Is it a drama, a comedy?
Well,
a dramedy?
I would say it's more of a dramedy. It's actually about a series of short stories that she wrote. And this is the key thing. She was the first woman in Qatar to be published.
Wow.
First woman in Qatar to be published. Her writing to be published.
And without death threats.
Without death threats.
Oh, wow.
At this point.
She didn't have to change her name like George, what's her name?
George Eliot. There we go. See, I have some literary background. It comes back once in a while. It circles back,
Well, it's this whole Qatar woman is such an interesting story. I'm going to, you correct me when I'm wrong here, but I'm going to try to recap that story in about 30 minutes. Probably about a year ago, maybe a little less than that. You're driving.
It's longer. About 10 years ago.
10 years.
10 years ago. I've known this couple for about 10 years.
He knows a couple from Qatar and. Qatar.
It's like welcome back, Qatar.
Like welcome back,
Mr. Qatar. Mr. Qatar. Yeah. I have your couple here. They're in my car.
Anyway, he's been driving her, and was it her daughter that came with her that one time?
No, it's her son.
Her son. You tell the story. I can't. I'm sitting here trying to recap.
All right, I'll do the quick.
I can't even get the important elements in it.
So the story is basically I was driving cab. I got the order, and we were trying to find. She kept saying UPS, and I said, "You want the UPS with the brown shirts? That's where we're going." No, United States Postal Service. We kept going back and forth. We finally figured out that she was going to the United States Postal Service.
Okay.
And I stayed in my car for a second. I realized she can speak some English, but she doesn't understand bureaucracy. So I went in and helped her mail a key all the way to Qatar to her cousin.
Okay.
And after that, she became a person that I started to help out because she was getting ripped off.
You became her valet in America.
I would say, yeah.
Her butler.
You were her.
Her Jeeves.
I was her Jeeves. I became her Jeeves.
You were her man Godfrey.
Exactly. Exactly. There you go. And it's been fun ever since. And very interesting crew to work with. And,
but she wrote a book about these experiences, and now she's asking you to help turn it into a play. Or a film.
Now she wrote these a year of her own thing.
Okay.
But she has used us. She's still a writer in Qatar.
Okay.
So I have been part of her writing short articles.
That's
that she is going to publish our story.
Well, make sure she gets a copyright.
Yeah, get a copyright.
That's right.
Get a copy to me. You know.
Well. Obviously, the Off Night. This is our big follow now. So. And we've been on the air now. This is our 4th year. We started in April of the pandemic year. That was 3 years ago. So now we're a month past that. So we're a month into our 4th year now. And Andy's been with us since I think August or September of that first year, right?
Yeah. I used to have dark hair. I used to have deep dark hair. I was muy, wonderful. I got old since I started doing this. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Well, that's great. We'll be following that. But now it's
time for me to disappear and let.
Yeah, well, no, we're both going to disappear because Susan gets the whole mic this time because it's her turn to read her poem, which, as I've described to many people before, loosely becomes our agenda for topics of the night. So.
Exactly.
I believe when we started this podcast, Mark, I wrote an occasional poem for you, and you asked me to start doing it weekly. Did you guys miss me last week?
Yeah, because
we had a little drama in our family, so I hope you did the poem last week.
He did.
Short poem today, so here we go. And I need to actually see it. So news is gatekeeping, no matter what you tell. Keep it in, keep it out. What does it sell? In sports news, Brittany Griner played a game. In world news, there's still a war in Ukraine. In national news, Biden went to Japan. In local news, Governor Whitmore signed a red flag law plan. So that's the point.
Thank you very much, Susan.
Very cool.
You did bring up the Governor Whitmer stuff. Governor Whitmer signed a red flag. Oh. Nice. We'll talk about that a little bit. We will try to keep it. We will try to keep it funny. Andy brought his own. Oh man, Andy is full service. Andy is
bring
full
your
service.
guests in so I can say hello.
Oh, okay. I'll do that then. All right. First, let me bring in. We'll bring them in an order of seniority. After Andy joined us in August, and we had him on when I was doing the show with Seth Wrestler in July of 2020, and he was a hit. And so we had him on every once in a while, but he became a regular, I think, in September of 2020, and he's been back with us every week since then from the Lower East Side of Manhattan. Yours and mine, everybody's favorite New York comic. Here he is, Sam Greenfield, everybody.
Yay!
Sam!
Yay! Sam Greenfield! Yay! Hi, Sam.
There once was a lady from Cotter.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna hire.
I still want to work with her. Okay,
exactly.
Who, frankly, could never be hotter. Her long life of crime, filled with lust, sin, and grime, was like arthritic man who's a potter.
There we go. I like it. I like it. Write that down because I think that's the foreword for the book.
It's so hard to find something that rhymes with Nantucket, so I went with that.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nantucket. Have you ever been to Nantucket?
Many times.
Yeah, my mom's family's from Massachusetts, and my uncle Tulio and Aunt Florence, their house was on a hill that overlooked the bay over to Nantucket. So I've seen it.
I met Dorothy Reo, R-E-O, whose brother, Don Rayo, is a big Hollywood producer.
Uh-huh.
I met her in Nantucket, and she said, "Would you like to meet Don?" This actually happened. I said, "Well, yeah, that'd be great." She said, "Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen." So I said, "Okay, she's nuts. I'm leaving." That's like you look thirsty. Would you like something to drink? Oh, I would. Nah, I don't think so. Oh, and one other thing, very quickly. My wife is writing a play, which includes and inculcates Steely Dan.
No, I like that.
Because we're both big Steely, and it's what the little bit I've read, it's really good, and she's working on it probably as we speak. But it's very good.
Awesome. That would be a comedian Barbara Singer, Sam's wife.
That would be comedian Barbara Singer.
All right, well, let's get
Let's get Jason out here.
Let's get our other regular. Probably. I know what it was. You were doing Andy used to do on the street interviews.
Oh, that's right.
And was that a laundromat? I can't remember where it was, but you ran into.
Yeah, it was a laundromat. With Jason.
Now we've known Jason for a number of years, and he's done the Unclub for all the 10 years that we've had it. And he hadn't quite joined us again, but he did run into Andy on the street. He was on the show and took over the show. That one, what was that? Oh, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to bring him on. And ask him. Here's Jason. Here's Jason Grant, everybody.
Well, I was actually coming out of a Man from Nantucket contest that was being held at a gay bar, not far from the laundromat. Sadly, I hate to report that I came in third. And by the way, Sam, love the apparel. You're absolutely smoking tonight. That's
because he's wearing a smoking jacket. So.
Well, we're gonna do the jacket off stuff later. Right now, we're gonna keep it for. we're gonna keep this for a family.
Did you get a haircut, Jason?
No, I just slicked it back a little bit. Used to, just a little trim there. Little dab, little of this, little of that. I was trying to get legit work, so I tried to scale back on the John Wayne Gacy meets Charles Manson look as it relates to the hair.
Well, you talk about love is in the air.
Yeah,
or underneath the ground in the down there in the crawl space, or as I like to call it, the garden.
Well, we missed you last
guys.
night. We missed you last night, Jason.
I know. Look, I got to make an effort to be there more often. I just simply, like Andy said last week, you do this sort of job, which is nothing more than algorithmically controlled slave labor. And you find yourself like yesterday working 11 hours to do 8 runs, to do 8 fares for the bonus. The robot knows what's going on. It's controlling our lives. And at a certain point, you just kind of have to turn your back on it and say enough of all this, and try and move on. And not to get too much on a downer. I mean, I'd like to be a little more uplifting than the gay dude at the Nantucket contest or dicking out his crawl space.
Are you finding new employment somewhere, and do you want to let me know about it? It's like so.
You went to Amazon, didn't you?
I did, and I lasted all of a day working for our insect overlords before my leg and knee exploded on me.
Oh my God!
You just sort of realize this is for younger people, not me. Hey, I tried. I did my best. Didn't work out. And, what can I say? I walked away because while I still could, because I at least had one leg left. So sort of pogoed away, kind of like Paul McCartney's second wife. That's that. So there you go. We will be back next.
All right. Well, let's we have a new member of our cast tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I only invite people that are not white elderly men, because we're all aged white men. So I try to diversify it every time. What do you got?
Jaws.
Oh,
Jaws
yes,
cards.
Andy's Jaws cards. All right.
Here's the naked woman. There you go.
No, I don't want that. I'm about to. I'm introducing a woman to the show, and you got to bring out a naked woman card.
Actually, you can't see it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, and besides, nothing bores me more. But you go on. You do what you got to do.
You know what? I was right in the middle of a clever introduction here for this. Now, Jason, you should know that this woman showed up last night and took your place as the bitching about your job comic.
Oh my God! Yes.
So she did a fine job of it too, and she always does every time. You've seen her there before. I'm going to bring her on right now. Here she is. Please welcome Lisa Semerad.
Hi.
Hey.
I feel like I should have, I don't know, put some makeup on or something.
You did. Trust me. This is the.
I did a little more. I'm literally in bed still, but whatever.
There's a reason why we call this the off night. You really don't have to make any effort at all.
We do it every week.
I'm here for it.
And her voice is just a hair deeper than mine.
I'm a soprano too.
Lisa, you missed your calling. Lisa, you missed your calling. If you had known that voice would have been like that, you could have done The Simpsons for the last 35 years. So.
In my mind, my voice doesn't sound like a shrill, piercing child. But when I hear it, and other people think it reinforces, my boyfriend does audio, and he's like, it's not your fault. Your voice just resonates at a 4 to 6 kHz range. It just bites the ear a little bit. I'm like, thank you.
Wow, quick with the compliments, is he?
Yeah. Actually,
hold on to him. Yeah.
You were talking about Steely Dan, your wife's project with Steely Dan. What was
not with them, but she is writing a play, and Steely Dan is woven about the Barbara. Is the music of Steely Dan about the play or in the play or?
He toured with a member of Steely Dan.
All right.
He's a
If the musical was it?
No, not at all.
I met Skunk.
She doesn't want me to talk about it because she thinks she'll steal it.
Oh, that's adorable.
All right. Lisa says she met Steely Dan.
That's fine. Yeah, we're talking about Steely Dan, not Stealing Dan.
Lisa said this woman in the group tonight said she met Steely Dan.
Not the whole, just Skunk Baxter.
She met. Well, that's what she meant. What is this? Pick on Sam night?
No, that's.
I ordered this.
I'm back.
Hi. So my boyfriend toured last year with Skunk Baxter, who was a founding member of Steely Dan.
Skunk Baxter.
Yeah, he's a guitarist.
You know why he? Do you know why he left? He wanted to tour, and they didn't.
Yes, I did know
that. He is responsible for one of the finest lead in rock music. The what is it? The line from "Reeling in the Years." I think generally is considered to be like one of the best. Yeah.
Was that him? He just played in Detroit. Like that, I went to see the man play. Like I was telling you, Mark, how he lives in LA, and like, yeah, that's. I mean, this is the only. I'm in my wheelhouse right now because you are the only people I have talked to that actually know who Steely Dan is or who Jeff Baxter is.
yeah, right.
So you're actually the only people I could ever try to impress with this story. That's working out, but yeah, no, he's really.
So can you give us a little hint about how young we can go now? So can we go down to 40-year-olds for our target audience now?
I am not gonna weigh in on that. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Yo, look at my background. Look at my studio. I look like my life looks like a hurricane.
Where did my hand go?
Are you trying to get your hand to disappear?
Yeah, it did disappear. So
also, I wanted to say, what's your name in the car? I'm sorry.
I'm Jason Grant. Hello,
Jason.
Jason rarely misses, and the one night you show up, he's not there. But Jason's usually there on Sunday night. So
sorry,
That's okay.
I'll catch you again, though.
What?
I'll catch you again.
Yeah.
Next time you're there.
I'm not stressed about it.
Yeah,
Is my audio working okay?
Your audio's great. In fact, I like sitting in the front rows. If you ever see me down there, feel free to start harassing me. It's okay. I dig it. I love the attention. Total attention whore here. It's what I do.
No, really.
I sent you something.
In stand-up, never.
It was about.
No, I know. It's a good thing you were sitting down when I said that. Otherwise, the room would be spinning. And
anyway, whatever robot you were talking about runs our lives. I was like thinking that robot is broken. My robot. I need to change the robot that keeps my life running.
Well, in all seriousness, Amazon, Jeff Bezos' cancerous tumors organization bought the insane robot vacuum cleaner company. Was it Roomba? So they're gonna know what the interior of your house is all about. Plus, they've got Alexa to help open the door when the police show up.
A Roomba would not fit 4 feet in this house without it. It would probably put itself down. It would just look around and go. Fuck.
You see, you need to use that. That's a great line. That's.
I'm full of them. I just wasted on people drinking at my bar. But
we were last week. Ned Rice, myself, and Lisa were doing this little tete-a-tete on because I had claimed to have primacy in terms of authentic gay or authentic fag certification, something or other. It was a line that Richard Pryor used in one of his stand-up routines from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And she asked me, how did I get my certification? And me being me, it's like, I stood in the middle of a flaming pink triangle, screaming the name Liza Minnelli till, Liberace appears and hands me my certificate and a free coupon for a man shave. Ned Rice joins in with, I just use the app, so. Which I think is somehow that has to go on. Either Ned, myself, or one of us has to use that because that's actually pretty good.
I just use the app.
Yeah, exactly. Here I am, kind of old school. Invoking Liza Minnelli. He's just online right now. And if you want to talk about relating to people along a certain age range, that just might do it. I don't know. I just a thought.
I don't really have problems relating to any age group.
I do because I have to stay 500 feet away from certain age groups, but never mind.
According to what the judge said.
Well, other than that, the little box on my ankle starts sparking, and like and after a while, it's like I got to enjoy it.
Is that a pedophile joke, Jason? Is that?
Well, I wouldn't call it a joke. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So Mark, how's your show?
Yeah. No, in all seriousness, I just realized that I check a lot of boxes, so I just kind of like swerve into it because really, what else am I going to do? And that also gives me the opportunity to sort of pivot away from it here and there as well. Whether it works or not, I don't know. That's for the audience to judge. But I've gotten some laughs in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
If you're up there to play it safe, I don't see the point. I know there are comedians who do play safe, and they make more money than I ever will. But that's just my attitude.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the other guys. They're just sitting around doing nothing. Andy, Mark, hello.
Sam.
Are we alone?
Andy and I were discussing earlier before the show about a article that Andy sent me. I was going to ask Sam about this. There's a guy in New York that does nude stand-up comedy reviews. Have you heard of this?
Reviews.
Nude, nude.
Nude.
Yes. Nude.
In the buff.
Naked comedy.
Okay.
Is he naked, or the people he's reviewing are naked, or
no? He's the MC and he's naked, and then everyone he brings up is naked.
You
it's
mean
naked.
review like REVUE?
REV
boner? I never touched her.
Or REVUE. Yeah, REVUE. Review.
That's what I
review.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's putting on.
He says when he's gathering his shows, he's looking for diverse body types. So I'm thinking, Jason,
you're the guy.
Yeah, you're the guy. You got a diverse body type.
Everyone has to do stand up in the nude. You know what? That's great because doing stand up isn't fucking intimidating enough. That's all.
Right. Exactly.
You have to do it naked.
I hear most of the acts are cocky.
I did do one of my best 5 minutes when I was being strip searched at Jackson Prison. That
there you go.
And
There you go.
And I can remember asking the guy, and the guy wasn't getting the jokes. He really wasn't. I'm doing what you would typically expect being strip searched going into a major, shall we say, penal facility. I'm being.
It's all fun
intaked.
and jokes. So
and I'm like, so first day on the job for you too, low man on the totem pole. How'd you get this one? And just that's like, so
you always handle X cubes.
Yeah. I mean, in retrospect, the jokes land, but at the time they were just kind of like going over his head or something. I don't know. But I mean, how do you diffuse?
Is not used to someone working on their type 5 while they're getting strip searched.
Yeah, exactly.
You're working on a tight. You're working on a tight something.
I was
psycho. He was like, "What the fuck? What is wrong with
this?"
The tight 5 was a fifth up your ass. That's pretty much what it was.
Well, I mean, I didn't know you'd been there, Mark, but thanks. Yeah, I mean, you had to sort of like. How do you approach this situation? Because in all seriousness, it's pretty overwhelming when you go from being a middle-class little kid.
With your arms up the wall, that's how you
you've been there too. I like that because you're right. That was, then you have to like grab your cheeks and then squat. But let's not get too particularly,
we're past
descriptive.
that point, I think.
Yeah, too late, Jason.
Yeah. But then again, in all seriousness, we're talking with a woman right now, and these are the people on Earth who have to go through gynecological exams starting at a fairly young age.
It's
the kind
funny
of
how
things
you should bring that up.
The boys would run.
What used to bring that up, Lisa?
I said it's funny he should bring that up because he was telling the story about how he was.
I'm being cavity searched.
Right. When I like one of my first trips to the gynecologist, I think I was like. Not my first trip, actually. I was probably like 19 or 20. But I remember doing some material like riffing, but I got laughs from the doctors and the nurse and the attendant. They were, I mean, I'll tell you the story. I don't want to freak anybody out.
Yeah.
I don't think where did your friend in New York go? He probably
he'll be back.
He'll be back. He's always got connection issues. He'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was at the gynecologist, and they were like, "Oh, there's something weird with the way your uterus is shaped, and so do you mind if we have the resident come in and observe?" And I'm like, "Sure, whatever." And they're like, "So each doctor, there's my doctor, it's an old guy, then there's old white guy, of course, the resident, young white guy, 2 nurses, they each have their own nurse, and
sounds like a porn film."
There's someone else in the room, and then so they had what like a speculum is, right?
Yeah. I've got a couple at home.
They're not fun.
Yeah.
No one likes to, but so they put the first one in, and I'm like, ow, and the doctor goes, too hot, and the other nurse goes, too big, and I'm like, too hot and too big, and they go, and they were like, what do you think this is? The 3 Little Bears? And then so like a few minutes later, they find one that's not too hot, not too big, and they put it in, and I go, that speculum was just right. And everybody died. Everybody laughed. So there's a way to deliver those kind of jokes. I guess you just don't have the finesse.
Well, it's just that the sense.
You know what? I think Lisa talking about her speculum experience and Jason talking about his body cavity search. I think they can be 2 different things.
Yeah, but the point is, the point is from my perspective is that look, I mean here, it's about my body being invaded. And we can find humor in that, God knows, and horror at the same time.
Finding humor
and horror, but yet it's something that women have no choice but to endure. and you find and you find a way to crack.
You guys don't have to get your balls examined either, but like
No, but I mean it's
part of health. It's
right.
not nearly as bad as the other things we have to endure. Are you kidding?
True, but even still, it's again the whole joke's about prison rape. I mean, you don't go up and do a bunch of rape jokes about women because it's pretty freaking horrible, but you can go up and make all the allusions about being in prison and prison sex. Now, just because I'm gay and like prison sex, that doesn't necessarily mean that I endorse it for everyone. But in all seriousness, it is one of those sort of experiences, and that's the kind of thing that I like to have to sort of use.
Yeah.
In some of the darker stuff that I do. I mean, it's
you remember
just the way it
Williams?
is.
Who?
Jason, do you remember Montel Williams?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was on a late night talk show on CBS in New York, and the geniuses who produced this show thought a real good topic would be prison rape. So Montel Williams' brother, who I can't remember his name because I hated him, and that's the way it should be, says he's trying to be funny. He goes, well, Sam, what would you do if Big Bubba wants to?
Oh no!
Oh no! Right at the key part of the story. Oh.
Well, if I may, and I know I'm kind of monopolizing things, and I'll back up. But last week again, I shared one of the last specials that Richard Pryor did, contractually obligated for NBC back in the 70s. And one of the points he makes out is that his gay material got censored, but the black material didn't. And he goes, and you would and I cannot do Richard Pryor's material. Go back and look, but he does point out how certain things are completely uncensored, and others are, and he then proceeds to do.
So I said to Williams' brother, Williams, I said, "Are you out of your goddamn mind? What kind of thing is that to ask somebody?" And he goes, "I'm trying to be funny." I said, "Harder." You're not.
You're
on that tab.
Yeah. What happened with the tablet?
The producer comes up to me and says, "Do me a favor. Don't say goddamn." I said, he made a joke about being me because I said goddamn. And he said, well, you took the Lord's name in vain. I said, I'll tell you what, put me back on the air and I'll take Jack Lord's name in vain. Jesus. Fuck him, Dano.
Oh.
Jesus, God.
Fuck him, Dano.
I like that.
And then the next night, I saw Montel Williams on Bill Maher's show, and he's as big a schmuck as his brother. And he says something, and somebody goes to disagree, and he takes his hands like he's gesturing, come here, and he goes, come on, bring it. His whole family is a bunch of insecure assholes. Jesus God. At least Montel's not trying to talk about his life as a bonerific, but it was just an idiot. By the way, I want to boast a little. I'm having cataract surgery in July.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. Enjoy the LASIK.
But I don't know if you know about cataract surgery. It's 10 minutes and you're done.
Yeah.
It's like my honeymoon.
Yeah.
Oh. Boom. Here we go.
No, but it's 10 minutes and you're up and about.
Yeah, I've had the laser slice of my eyeball. So they had to go in. They had to go in mine. They had to go.
Well, you know what they do is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do one eye in July and the other eye in August.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, one other thing. I'm being interviewed. I have an interview tomorrow to be a waiter at a place called Sid Gold's luxury bar. They have 4 of them. One's in Nashville, one's in Delaware. The one in New York just opened, and it's a karaoke bar. So you have to be able to sing, and I can. So they said to me, would you be willing to sing while you're waiting tables? I said, well, I don't want to be drinking off a martini and going, some people, oh shit, I'm sorry, sir. I don't want to do that. I said, why don't we just, well, so he said, well, so what I want to push for is, okay, the other thing, I think I told you this, one of the reasons I stopped doing stand-up is I abhor the idea of working at night. This place doesn't open until 7 p.m. So,
but the song,
see how it works.
The song you should sing with Frank Sinatra, it's 2:45.
Well, I want to ask him if I can, instead of being a waiter there, I can be the karaoke guy, the guy who brings up people and stuff like that.
Yeah,
the DJ, the karaoke DJ,
the MC, the master of ceremonies, basically. Yeah,
the karaoke MC. That's
right. Where's this place located?
Damn it!
No, back. He's gone again.
He's gone again.
He'll come back.
Jason.
I'm
going to be in New York the next 3 days. I might get over to his place and try to help him with that iPad. Because he's still using the phone. He can't connect with his iPad. He did it the first 2 times, and since then he's been using the phone.
Got it.
I wanted to say he was like, that's why I never wanted to do stand up or something. Why? Because your voice was hijacked by a robot.
Yeah.
There he is. He's back.
He's back.
By the way, let me ask you a question.
He's like he's in a different time zone or a different.
I am in a different time. Well, no, I'm not actually. Dave Chappelle did a joke, and I'm usually a no holds limit kind of guy. I don't care, but this joke really pissed me off, and I want to see if I'm alone in this. If I am, I am. The joke is that, he said, if his son came up to him and said, Michael Jackson molested me, I would say to him, yeah, but it's Michael Jackson.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
That was the joke?
That was a punchline?
That's the joke. The joke is that, in other words,
I've heard a long bit by Dave Chappelle about Michael Jackson and about him molesting kids and stuff, and I don't remember it being that short. Maybe he revisited.
No, it wasn't. I'm abbreviating it, but the purpose of it is, in other words, you shouldn't be offended. It's Michael Jackson who's doing you. That's essentially the joke.
I heard Bill Maher doing a very similar sort of routine.
I don't know. I would have to disagree from my remembrance of the joke. He talks about he's like, it's because it's just one of my favorite bits. It's an old stand-up bit where he's talking about he's like, all I want to know is every time Michael sucks someone's dick, this kid supposedly dying of cancer, don't have cancer anymore. He gets this money, he's jumping around. He's like, what if Michael Jackson sucking your dick was the cure for cancer? And then they're like, what if they're like, please, Michael, please suck our dicks. Nope, never again. He's like that. He's like, all I want to know is every time. Oh yeah, it's the whole stand-up special is really fun, but please, Michael, suck our dicks. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, boy, sure, but if it's Jeffrey Epstein, that's okay.
Well, at least you'd have a commemorative video to remember it with. I mean, probably provide it to you on a thumb drive.
Who, Epstein?
Yeah. At least there'd be, shot from 3 different angles at his special abode down there in whatever little pervert island that he owned.
It's St. John or not St. Bright. It's St. John.
Yeah, whatever.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Well, virgin for some, not for others.
Virgin on the way there, not on the flight home.
Exactly. Thank you for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not going to be wearing the white.
I feel like everybody's speaking through a Jew's harp.
Oh dear.
A Jew's harp?
That's your.
Yeah, you know
I
that
think
thing you
that's
put in
your
your mouth.
equipment, Sam.
I don't know
Hey,
what
let's
a
not-
juice harp is.
You don't know what a juice harp is? It's this weird little metal thing you put in your mouth that makes
you put it in your mouth.
Yeah,
it's
you
got
put it in your mouth and it sounds like bling, 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 bling like that.
Yeah.
and you twang it.
Yeah.
That's
in
the
this
true
modern
sense.
age. They
That's the true sense.
Like
Twang
they
music.
would use one on Hee-Haw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's
You would
exactly
definitely see it on Hee Haw.
Okay.
Right.
And
I
that
just didn't
aging
know
you
the
too.
name.
Hee-haw. You know the hee-haw reference.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're welcome aboard,
I just-
Lisa.
Welcome aboard, Lisa.
You know the hee-haw reference. You're part of the crew now, baby.
You're on top. We can now
Yeah,
start
and-
we can start talking about anything now. You know.
And don't
That's
forget,
right.
Sam used to say that was de rigueur on public television down in some of the southern states.
My mom was from the South, and so we had Hee-Haw on at my house, and it was on PBS sometimes.
Where was she
I don't
from?
remember much about Hee-Haw, just the ding, 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 like just a blur of just some twangy.
And one of
twangy-
the most.
The guy who was the host of Hee Haw, Buck Owens, he got divorced. Might have been one of the least unattractive men in all of show business. And he said this on TV. He said this on the show. He said, "Listen, y'all, I'm divorced, but I'm still looking for a new woman to complete my life. So if any of you ladies," and the male was voluminous of women who wanted to marry him.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah.
Wow.
And so many of them said, "How could I resist him?" And I'm looking at him going, "Easily" is an answer.
Yeah.
We used to watch. When I was a kid, we used to watch. My brothers and I would watch Hee Haw because we thought it was funny, and my mom hated country music. And I think I developed a distaste for country music because of my mother. She every time they went to sing, she'd let us watch it for the comedy, but every time they start to sing, she'd always call it that twangy shit.
Yeah.
Which I thought was one of the funnier jokes in the show was my mom making jokes about the music.
The music, yes, that was
My
good.
conductor in college, I sang in Glee Club, and she was a doctor, of music. She had perfect pitch, and she said the only thing that she could listen to when she was trying to relax was country music because the vocal technique is so terrible that she couldn't even begin to try to critique it or that you know what I mean. I swear to God, because she was always she could be like, "Oh, the air conditioner humming just changed B flat to a B,"
There were a set of twins on that show, the Hager twins.
Yeah, I remember that.
And a guy I knew said to me one time, he said, "I can't remember the name of those twins. What are their names?" I said, "The Hager twins." And so we're talking a little bit more. And he says, "Listen, I need an oil change. Do you know if there's a place like that, like a Jiffy Lube around your neighborhood?" I said, "I really don't." He said, "You're unbelievable. You don't know where to get your oil changed, but you know the name of those fucking twins."
That's possible.
It's possible.
That's possible.
I said, "Well, I live in New York. I don't have a car. Why would I know where to get your oil changed?"
Yeah.
He said, "Okay, try this. You hate country music. Why do you know the Hager twins?" I said, "I don't like Hitler, but I know who Ava Braun is."
Oh man!
Well, we're gonna start doing the producers anytime you bring up Ava Braun. It's gonna happen.
Baby, Hitler never said baby. Hitler was an artist. 4 walls, 2 coats, 1 hour.
Kenneth Mars, what a wonderful wonderful actor.
And and he played that brilliant police officer in Young Frankenstein.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Again,
they play Young Frankenstein.
The day he was born a Frankenstein. What? I said, "Hello, the day he was born a Frankenstein." Oh.
Well, we have a theater here in Detroit, the Redford Theater. It's at Lazar and 6 Mile. And every year for Halloween, they play Young Frankenstein. And the place sells out. I'm thinking they should actually make this a tourist attraction. Because if you have never seen Young Frankenstein with a theater full
Oh, my God.
of comedy fans, you have not seen Young Frankenstein.
Well, you know what it's like. It's like people who love Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No,
the
it's
same,
better
it's
than
the
because
same
they don't get
idea.
up and try to. It's the same idea, but at least at Mel Brooks ones, people laugh. They don't try to sing along with stuff. You know, they don't
Or get into it. Yeah.
They don't try to get into it by playing characters. So.
Once a year, Dana Gould will perform Plan 9 from Outer Space. He puts
really?
it on like yeah, he does it out there in that big cemetery that's at like the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Lorraine Newman's in it and calls up everybody, and it just they use the actual script from Plan 9 from Outer Space and then perform it. Yeah, which again, just is.
Well, he's been doing Dr. Z for the last couple of years too.
Oh yeah, well, you don't mess with Dana Gould and the Planet of the Apes. I mean, he is the Planet of the Apes guru.
Yeah,
definitely the go-to man.
If you, go on to whatever that thing is. Was it why was it
you know that thing?
That thing.
Yeah, the thing.
Anyway, the thing that plays
Yeah,
videos. You know, the thing that plays videos on the TV, on the big telly.
That's right. Yeah.
You mean the cable box?
YouTubers?
On the streaming cable box, you know, it's a TV thing, you know.
YouTube? Are you thinking YouTube?
YouTube, yeah. The YouTube, yeah.
YouTube?
Yeah. We're on the
Pornhub?
YouTube, yeah.
Not only do I need subtitles and cue cards for my announcer for my show to get everything right when he's announcing, I need life cue cards for this.
Yes,
guy.
I'm sorry. I'm losing contact with my mind. Okay, anyway.
Wait till the woman from Qatar finds out this guy's brighter than Andy over here.
It's a thing. It's a big fucking thing.
It's that thing. Yeah.
Yes, it's used
like
to.
What is that big mound of ectoplasm? It's a thing. It's a big fucking thing.
Big thing.
Six PhDs. It's a thing.
Yes.
It's that.
So anyway, Dr. Z,
you
gotta watch Dr. Z. It's hilarious. So Dana Gould in a Dr. Zayas outfit doing a night talk show.
All right.
Sounds like fun to me.
It's great. It's wonderful.
All right. We haven't talked about sports in about 5 weeks. So any sport topics?
Oh no. Sports?
No, not for Jason.
You know, I don't know if you saw the Boston Celtics recreate Houdini when they disappeared last night.
Is that series over? Is that 4 games already?
That was amazing.
I've been going on.
I didn't see the show.
Is LA still in it?
I think
they got killed.
LA got killed?
Yeah, they lost by 26 points.
Oh, wow.
Are there 2 finalists yet? I haven't been really keeping track.
No, not yet.
And I watched it in the final minute.
The Lakers are playing tonight, and they're down 3-0. So if they lose tonight, it'll be Denver. And then assuming, since nobody in the 147 playoff games where one team has been down 3-0, nobody has ever come back from 3 down in basketball.
Well,
no one ever.
It never happened in professional sports until this century.
Well, that's right. 2000. Well, it happened. It happened with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it happened with the Boston Red Sox.
The Boston Red, but that was in this century, wasn't it? I mean, they went.
Oh, you mean this century? You mean the 21st century?
Talking about the 21st century. I mean, the Red Sox went through the whole. The Red Sox went through the whole 1900s without winning anything, so they never came back from anything.
Wow. Well, that's what happens when you have a team that's owned by a racist and a team that didn't have a black player until, I don't know, 1954. You know how many black players they passed on? Willie Mays.
All of them?
You know.
All of them.
Can I ask Lisa a quick question?
Andy has a question for Lisa. Hold on, Jason.
Yes. Lisa, you said you have been to 40 different countries?
something. Yeah, like I think a little over that. I don't know. It depends on if you like count, different islands and principalities that are part of a commonwealth as like
you say it so casually, like 40 countries. Yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
something like that.
I was kind of like, is it mostly Europe or is it actually like in the far Pacific or where? Where are these 40 countries?
A map over
I've only been to 3.
Well, I mean, okay, so England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, France, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Monaco, Spain, Portugal.
It's like the Animaniacs,
Turkey, Greece, Czech Republic.
How did you like Turkey?
It was
little dry.
Well, how did you do this?
It was a little dry.
Yeah,
Turkey was a little dry.
Well, how did you do this?
Grease, I couldn't get it out of my hair.
I don't know. Yes. So how did you do this? Did you do this on your own?
She's trying to give you her travel log.
Or what?
Okay, let me finish. Turkey, Greece, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, St. Martin, St. Bart's, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Belize, where else? Thailand, India, Nepal, Tibet, Malaysia, Cambodia, Indonesia.
How did you do this? How did you afford to do the travel? Is it through theater or did you travel with a band?
Lots of different things.
Drug mule.
Drug mule? Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Just muling.
Your father's an arms dealer? Is that it?
Just muling?
Just muling. Gets the job done. I'm very good at answering questions. You know what I mean? I'm really good at pretending like I'm not doing anything wrong when there's, 2 kilos of
yes, absolutely,
something or other up there.
I don't know how that got there.
Holland, Belgium, Luxembourg. What are the other ones? And I'm forgetting some in Asia too. There's
I'm sorry. I really wanted to. I'm not being a prickly about this, but I really want to know what you thought of Turkey.
No, I really liked Turkey. Turkey was, I didn't get to see a lot of it because that was a trip where I was with my mom and my brother, and we went on like a cruise from Italy to the Greek islands, and then and so we spent like 2 days or like 3 days in Istanbul, maybe, and then a day or two in. We made a stop at the. What is it called? Edifice or no, it's a ancient site. Like right.
Seinfeld goes to Greece every year. Takes his family to Greece every year.
Greece is amazing. Greece, I would love to go back. Like Santorini was amazing.
And I hear that Greece is an inexpensive place to visit.
It is, yeah. Once you get there. I mean,
the economy's going to shit.
Not like Indonesia inexpensive. Like that's
wow.
What, Hamish? My dog is freaking out. He's like, I need.
I'll tell you something funny if I may. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
China.
Wow.
There's some more. Oh, Bahamas, British Virgin Islands. Guadeloupe.
I was in Israel.
Guadeloupe.
Never been to Israel.
When I was in Israel, we were in the airport, and there's this group of people, tourists, walking by. And there was a guy there who was guarding them, a soldier guarding them. And so I took my camera, and I was going to take a picture of him. And this guy walks up to me. And he looked, I'm sure he was older, but he looked to be 20, 21 years old, tops, like russet cheeks, very young looking. And he walks over to me and says, "Excuse me, would you be kind enough not to take a picture, please?" And when he bent over to talk to me, dangling from the inside of his coat was an Uzi.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "Hey, fuck you, Hebe.
Fuck
No.
you.
Listen here, bagel boy."
And then your balls, and then you let your balls hit the floor with a thud, and
Again, I said, "Listen, I'm one of the chosen people too, and I choose not to respect you."
Yeah.
that is something
good luck
only
with
a
that.
Jew can pull off. Okay, I'm not even gonna. I could never ever try.
No. Once I saw the Uzi, the next words out of my mouth were, "Absolutely, sir." That's all.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Your cards in.
Oh no, sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't want to. I
cars.
don't want to be in a jail saying to someone, "I guess I told him."
I
No.
found these cars over at Barnes and Noble. So he's like playing cards with all the pictures on.
For those of you watching under 30, Barnes and Noble is a bookstore.
Yes.
Oh my
It's a
God.
bookstore.
Oh my God.
I
But
found
don't
these
worry,
too. I found The Office,
Right.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
and I found, of course, Schitt's Creek.
Close.
And for you young people, The Grateful Dead. If you want
There you
playing
go.
cards of The Grateful Dead.
For you people under 30, the Grateful Dead was a rock and roll band.
Rock
Yes,
band.
people used to
Well,
tour.
more.
I remember.
Yeah, but you're over 30, so I'm helping the people watching that are under
But
30.
not by very much.
Oh, way to blow my cover. My bad.
I've blown many things besides covers.
Because I have ADHD. Watch
I
them.
missed that.
I missed that.
I can't sit through 4 hours hearing see it. Like, hey, watch this. I just can't.
I might have a panic attack.
just calm down. Just breathe. Just visualize puppies. Kittens.
Look, if you wake up in the middle of the night with frights, just remember it was our equipment, not yours. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Well, my equipment's been working pretty good. Or are you talking about the stuff for the video?
I'm talking about the voice that sounds like a demon inside of a computer trying to get out.
You see, you remember a time when computers could be demonic. Now everyone loves them.
Well, demonic computers are coming back.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Well,
AI. Yeah.
I don't
All
want
right. Now, as long as it's come up, because Sam's gone on for the 4th time now.
Right.
Jason, we were going to talk about improving the quality of this thing.
Yes, sir.
Give me a time during the week, and it can't be this week because by this time tomorrow I'm going to be at Yankee Stadium.
Oh wow.
But I'll be back on Friday. So sometime Saturday, let's chat. I don't know what your work schedule's like, but let's find a time when we can play around with this stuff a little bit.
Pretty much I'm lashed to the big machine all the time, but I can break free long enough to confab with anybody.
You stay in that? How many hours a day are you in that car?
Well, I'm working probably 8 to 10 hours a day, and then 2 or 3 hours a day I'm on Grindr offering car fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm distracted.
I'm sorry.
You're all.
Yeah,
you're all Christian. No, not all. One atheist. Jew.
I don't do well in those sites. I think I got the wrong one. Is it called Fumble?
Well, I'm just afraid that since Sam's iPad is on the same program as my phone and all that, he'll have access to all the porn sites I visit, and it might offend him. So
well, you don't have to say it in the future tense.
Yeah, you know what? Jason, I thought he wasn't using the iPad because he couldn't get the technical part of it to work. Maybe he knows exactly how it works.
Probably had something to do with the river of filth that would be pouring out of it if you were to tap into.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
He was trying to hit the pause button. That didn't work. He tried to hit the off button. That didn't work. He took a hammer and started slamming at the thing.
That's how Sean Connery meets women.
Who posted the picture of Sean Connery? Was that
me.
on our group
That
chat?
was me. That was from Zardoz. Yes,
I had to zoom that in because at first I thought it was Burt Reynolds. I had to zoom it in before I realized it.
Yeah.
Well, the funny
Oh
thing
no,
is,
let me ask you a question. Are there actors who would say you could never get me to do that? Oh, do that. It reminds me of what's his name? The guy who wrote Jesus Christ Superstar. Yes, this is a true story. He said to the people who wanted to make it into a movie, he said, "Let me tell you this, and let me be succinct about it, all right? You will not change one word of my script. You will not change one word of my music. Do you understand me? Not a note, not a syllable. Do you understand that? Is that clear to you?" And the guy said, "We'll pay you $8 million. Do what you will."
They added a couple songs. I think that's about all they did to it.
just like Ned Beatty saying, "Can't Bert show up 5 minutes earlier?"
That's right. Oh, I hear music, but there's no one there.
But we're still here. You don't see it? We're still here. We're still here. But that music means it's time to wrap up. And Lisa, you haven't done the show yet. So these guys all know. We stay on the camera. We do a little post production chat after we go off the air. So, but anyway, we wasted 60. We've wasted 60 minutes of not only our time, but anybody who watched this fiasco tonight. So thanks for joining us. We're here every Monday night at 8 o'clock. It's the off night. It's old comics, and every once in a while we invite a young one or anybody who wants to come. Basically, it's just old comics to get our old 1950 references. So anyway, we'll be back next week at 8 o'clock with more adventures, more activities, and more news. Thanks for joining us. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Lisa, you did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. Oh, boy. Stay with us.
I am. I have to dump something in this thing.
As soon as that goes out, I hit this now.